As Christians, we are called to be good stewards of the earth and to care for God's creation. However, the concept of global warming has become a polarizing and often divisive issue, with many Christians feeling pressured to conform to a certain ideology or agenda. The so-called global warming agenda has been perpetuated by various groups and individuals, often with underlying motivations that may not align with Christian values. In response, Christians can fight back against this agenda by seeking truth, promoting critical thinking, and advocating for biblical stewardship. First and foremost, Christians must seek truth and not blindly accept the narrative presented by mainstream media and environmental organizations. This involves critically evaluating the science behind global warming, recognizing the limitations and uncertainties of climate models, and considering alternative perspectives. By examining the data and research, Christians can make informed decisions about the issue and avoid being swayed by emotive appeals or ideological manipulation. Furthermore, Christians should be cautious of the tendency to deify the creation rather than the Creator, recognizing that the earth is not an end in itself, but rather a means to worship and glorify God. In addition to seeking truth, Christians can promote critical thinking and intellectual honesty within their communities. This involves encouraging open and respectful dialogue, fostering a culture of inquiry and debate, and challenging prevailing assumptions and dogma. By promoting critical thinking, Christians can help to counter the often simplistic and alarmist rhetoric surrounding global warming and instead facilitate a more nuanced and informed discussion. Moreover, Christians can emphasize the importance of considering multiple perspectives, acknowledging the complexity of the issue, and avoiding binary thinking. Christians can also fight back against the global warming agenda by advocating for biblical stewardship. This involves recognizing that the earth is a trust from God, and that we are accountable to Him for our actions. Biblical stewardship requires a balanced approach, taking into account both the needs of the present and the future, as well as the well-being of all creation. In contrast to the often utopian and radical proposals put forth by environmentalists, Christians can promote a more measured and responsible approach to environmental care, one that prioritizes human flourishing and the common good. By emphasizing the importance of stewardship, Christians can help to reframe the conversation around global warming, shifting the focus from ideology and politics to a more biblically informed and theologically grounded perspective. Another way Christians can fight back against the global warming agenda is by promoting alternative solutions and technologies. Rather than relying on draconian regulations, carbon taxes, or other coercive measures, Christians can advocate for innovative and market-based solutions that prioritize human freedom and prosperity. For example, Christians can support the development of clean energy technologies such as solar and nuclear power that are not only environmentally friendly but also economically viable. By promoting alternative solutions, Christians can help to break the stranglehold of radical environmentalism and instead foster a more collaborative and constructive approach to environmental care. Finally, Christians can fight back against the global warming agenda by standing firm against ideological intimidation and bullying. This involves refusing to be swayed by the often aggressive and condescending rhetoric of environmental activists, and instead maintaining a confident and unwavering commitment to biblical truth. By standing firm, Christians can help to create a safe space for dissenting voices, challenge the dominant narrative, and promote a more inclusive and respectful conversation around global warming. Ultimately, Christians must recognize that the issue of global warming is not just a scientific or environmental question, but also a deeply spiritual and theological one, requiring a response that is grounded in biblical wisdom, humility, and faith.